Welcome to this new series of Facebook group videos showing you some of the resources you can use and explore concerning our local history for absolutely free. Now, I use a Windows PC, so everything you see here you can do the same with a desktop or a laptop, an Apple computer, or even something like a Raspberry Pi 400 connected to a TV. You may also be able to use tablets and smartphones to access these online sites, but I really wouldn't recommend them because the screens are just far too small. Now, Britain from Above is a remarkable free resource, and every time I go back to it, I think they will have started charging for this because everything is about the money these days, people wanting yours in return for something. But no, it's still free, so make the most of it while you can. It's a selected collection of 95,000 images from well over a million, dating from 1919 to 1953, aerial shots of significant historical importance. Now, of course, not everywhere in the UK is covered, but luckily, because of the royal docks and the industry, Silvertown and North Woolwich are featured quite heavily. Now, we have access to several series of photos taken from a plane or possibly even a slow-moving airship from 1921 onwards. As camera and lens technology improved, so by the time we reach the 40s and 50s, you can see some remarkable detail. Now, we're not quite able to discern what side parting was on which side of a chap's head, but I think you will be suitably amazed at some of these incredible images. Now, when I first discovered this site, I was completely blown away, being able to see the streets and factories as three generations of my family relatives would have known them. As far as interactive time travel is concerned, this is the closest you are going to get. Time only goes in one direction, for a start, and if someone in the future had invented such a machine, do you think they would be able to resist coming back to tell us about it? So here we are at the entrance screen. Please do make your own account. It's just an email address and a password. I can vouch that you don't then get bombarded with loads of spam in your inbox from them contacting you about this, that, and the other. It doesn't happen. Um, so what you want to do in the search box is just type something. Now, obviously, you type something obvious like Silvertown, give it a search, and it pulls up 213 images from various times. Now, it's going to be a bit hit and miss on which one that I select. Let's just go for this one from 1923. Now, having an account means that you can click this one, which is full screen. And then with your scroll mouse, you can really start to zoom in and have a good old nose. Now, this is from the time when the Victoria Dock was considerably wider than it is now, because they used to have these fingers that stuck out, which is where the ships docked. They rarely used this side at all. Some incredible detail here. I mean, it's 1923. Possibly, your grandfather and your grandmother would have been still around. It's a trolleybus. So many trolleybuses. And you'll also note here that West Ham Speedway track is yet to be built. This is Prince Regent's Lane here, and quite a build-up of houses along here that I never knew about when I was growing up. Like, it was just an empty space. Obviously, this is a site that you're going to jump into with both feet, and you're going to wallow in it if you're interested in local history. So that's just one. Obviously, this is not rehearsed, so I'm not choosing you the best ones or the most interesting ones. I'm just having a bit of a potluck. Thomas W. Ward Limited Works, Silvertown, 1938. Screen it. Just to familiarise yourself, this is North Woolwich Road here. St Mark's Church is round about there. It's difficult describing it to newcomers, people that live in all the new flats that are here. The Thames Barrier Park will be there. But what we're looking at is all these houses. that were lost in the Blitz. Roads, Catherine Street, Emma Street, Elia Street. Just fascinating. That was there for quite a while. And Ward's scrapyard there that was on the Thames. I worked in there for a time. It's dishonest industry I've ever worked in, I have to say. Going back, let's get a more modern one so you can see the detail that you can pick out. Next. There's a lot of repeat images, of course, as you might imagine. I mean, it's a slow-moving aircraft or an airship, as I say. How about this one? Tate and Lyle Sugar Refactory, Silvertown, 1951. So the detail on this is going to be quite crisp. So what have we got here? Let's have a look. I mean, these images are absolutely incredible. We've got the old Silvertown bypass there, Andrew Street, Constant Street, Parker Street, got the old railway hotel there, Cundy's, the obligatory trolley bus. Anytime anyone ever takes a photo of Silvertown or North Woolwich in the past, you'll always see one or two trolley buses or buses because it was such a regular service. There's the corner of St Mark's there, little train on the Silvertown tramway. You know, just blows you away really. It's a moment in time. All your relatives, your friends were down there somewhere. Can't see them, of course, but you know they're there. There's the Tate Institute, looking quite interesting in the sunlight, and the familiar old Tate and Lyle chimney. Now, for some reason, if you put North Woolwich in the search box, it seems to pull up images from all over the country. I don't know why, but if you just type Woolwich instead, you get much more of a defined search. 139 images. Let's just pick this one. Hang on. Let's get a better defined one. I don't want to be mucking about with blurry images. 1947, good year. Again, click it on full screen, and you're about to be presented with Albert Road. So just to get your bearings, this is Fernhill Street here. That's the Henley Arms, the original Henley Arms before it was demolished and moved back several feet with the construction of the new Pier Estate, new houses and flats. So many lost houses and shops. This is especially interesting because you can see so many lost churches in one image. You've got St Mary and St Edward's Church here. You've got mine's gone blank. There was a church here on the corner of Tate Road. There was a church here, a small church. It used to be quite big, but what happened a lot in the area was you got a lot of subsidence. So anything quite heavy ran the risk of just sinking into the ground. They didn't use foundations, believe it or not, in quite a lot of the houses. So there's Kennard Street there. Muir Street looking quite battered and bruised. Of course, the Royal Albert there. How close to the docks we were. Amazing. And all the industry, of course, on the south side. All in remarkable detail. How close can you go in? I mean, look at this. The roof of this building is still painted in camouflage to try to deter those crafty Germans. Getting onto Henley's there in the corner. So there's probably some better shots from this Woolwich. Like I say, once you jump into the site, you're going to be here for quite some time because you're going to look at every photo. You're going to zoom in on everything and you're going to pick out your bits and pieces fairly easily once you get to know it. It's quite a general one here, 1953. These pins are what other people have added, and they do sometimes get in the way, so you can hide them just to get them out of the way. Right, so here we've got, in this shot, we've got Woodman Street or Elizabeth Street. It may well have been still known then. I don't know when the date it changed over. Got Albert Road, then it turns into Woolwich Manor Way. All these houses that used to line the park. Imagine living in one of those houses and looking out the back window and there's a park in your back garden. Incredible stuff. Harland and Wharfs here. The Basquiat Bridge. There you go. Look. Is it a bus? Isn't it a bus? North Woolwich Station, Pier Road. The old 101 bus route, then going over the Swing Bridge. You can just see how busy docks were, all the industry that was going on. Fascinating stuff. If you like that kind of thing, look at North Woolwich Park. Here was the swimming pool, used to be there, middle. Yeah, I mean, I could look at this stuff for ages, and I do. There's the old Woolwich Ferry approach and the foot tunnel entrance there. So many things, and I'll go back to it time and time again, and I just keep picking out things that I've missed. Incredible stuff. Well, I hope you found this short video interesting, and I hope that you do explore the site before it disappears or is hidden behind a paywall. We need to start pushing the Facebook group in different directions, or else it's just going to become very stale. We've been going for over 5 years now, and there's only so much you can do. So I want to start pushing things in new directions, and I think proactive video is the way to go. So if you would like to click that like and subscribe button, we're not playing the numbers game. We're not trying to be popular. We're just doing what we do. But it is nice to know that people are watching and they're enjoying the content. And there's going to be a lot more. I mean, I've got a big old to-do list here of things that I want to do, things that I've wanted to do for a long time. So that's about it, really. Thanks again for watching.
If you found this video informative and interesting, please click the like button so we know you're watching. If you're not already a member, do join us on the Silvertown and North Woolwich Past and Present Facebook group. We have literally thousands of vintage and modern photos of shops, houses, pubs, factories, structures and people, accurate local history information and lots of active chat.